Hey there, Wargamers. Josh and Luca here from MiniWarGaming.com, bringing you some bolt action. It's going to be Germans going up against Americans in today's game, and a special little promotion to go along with it. If you leave a comment down below referencing bolt action in any way, shape, or form, then you will become eligible for a giveaway of a Fallschirmjäger starter box, which is a good amount of the models that I will be using in my German forces for today's game. Again, leave a comment down below referencing bolt action, and we'll get you that right away. And in the MiniWarGaming Vault, Josh and Luca continue their bolt action escapades. They are changing up their list for the German and American forces. Check out this game by clicking the link down below and getting yourself a 7-day free trial, if you're curious.
We play and call it work. MiniWarGaming's Bolt Action Battle Report.
Hey, I'm running a Fallschirmjäger platoon. I was going to do with Panzer support, then I realized, oh, they're very expensive. Not realized, I just remembered that, the vehicles tend to be rather expensive. So what we have here is a first lieutenant commanding the force. I initially added some guys to him to make it up to 3. And then I'm like, I'll knock it down to 2 because, that makes some sense. Negative on a hit's nice. And then I printed out my list and realized, I didn't just add any at all. So I just have my first lieutenant here with an AR commanding the force. For my 2 mandatory infantry squads, I have 3, but here's the first 2 I added. I have, because of points, a unit of 6. The NCO has a rifle. We have 2 light machine guns and 3 more veterans with rifles. They're all veterans. All of my infantry squads are veterans. A bigger squad here because points allowed it, and I had a few extra points left over, so the NCO will be equipped with an assault rifle, or AR, same thing, automatic rifle. Actually, I'm not too sure. We have 2 light machine guns, and then 7 more with rifles, so we're trying to skew into machine guns here with the German forces. Last veteran squad, the NCO, and 6 of the dudes are going to have submachine guns, and they're going to be riding in this half-track back here, which is the 251. Trust me, guys, I don't know much about the half-track here. Josh just said call it a half-track. I did, but I had to make a fool of myself. It's like an SD something, and then...
I think it's a 251.
It said 251/1 half-track.
Yeah.
Nice. It only has the 1 medium machine gun on it. In fact, I don't believe it has any upgrades at all. It can carry 12 guys, but I think it's only going to be running with these 7 in it for now. And then we have my regular troops. These are not upgraded to be veterans. This is a medium mortar team with a spotter upgrade. And a Panzer Shrek with... it just has 1 guy as loader. He's just a 2-man team there, and he is also going to be a regular level of troop. A little bit easier to hurt, but saves me a ton of points. I think that Panzer Shrek is very expensive. First time I ever brought it. No vehicles on the other. Oh, does that thing count as a vehicle? Your half track?
Of course it's a vehicle.
Oh, hey, I can shoot it with the bazooka.
Okay, so here's my forces. I got 750 points of American paratroopers. So let's start right up front in the middle there.
You guys are like my guys.
Yeah, actually, this is strikingly similar forces.
Yeah, the Fallschirmjäger like paratroopers too.
So right in the middle up front there, I've got the second lieutenant.
Is he the guy with the binoculars or the guy looking down?
The guy who's kind of moving along there.
Is it this one? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like this para 2 or not.
We'll get there. So yeah, just a second lieutenant with another veteran with him, and they've just got their rifles. Looking, if we go slightly to the left, that is my air observer. Made him a veteran just to stick with the theme of the paratroopers, and then he does have another man with him there, so 2-man team. I have a 2-man sniper team.
Hey, that's cool.
And the spotter has a submachine gun.
Okay.
Just for fun. In the back there, I've got 2 squads of 6 veteran paratroopers. They do have a light machine gun. The 1 squad, the NCO, has a submachine gun. The other one, it's just rifles all around. And both have a Bar M1918A2 automatic rifle, because I feel like being fancy today. I've got 2 other squads there, veteran paratroopers, 7-man squads. There should be a grand total of 3 guys with rifles, and then 4 with their submachine guns. In the back, I have an M3 half-track, just with its heavy machine gun.
Hey, kind of, I assume very similar to mine. Except physical design.
It's pretty darn similar. So yeah, I think they're both damage value 7. They transport 12 guys. It's just mine has heavier machine gun. So it's less shots, but it hits a little bit harder.
Oh, you have a heavier machine gun. Gotcha. Yeah, I just got a medium machine gun. But hey, Germans get an extra shot with theirs.
I don't. Oh, I get an extra shot with my air observer, so there's that.
That's pretty cool.
And that's my 750 points. Today, Luke and I do Scenario 12 Sector. So this is an attacker-defender type mission. So the way this works is we divide the table into quarters. Both players roll a die. The higher scorer picks the long table edge and one of the quarters on his side of the table. Then he declares which of his units, if any, are being left in reserve. It'd be up to half the units in his army, rounding down. The other player gets the opposite quarter of the table and then does the same. Once you've finished declaring reserves, you deploy your units, and that's by pulling the order dice out of the bag and putting them onto the board. Deployment must be at least 12 inches from the center of the table, and you are allowed to use the hidden setup rules here. The objective, you're attempting to seize as many table quarters as possible and inflict damage on the enemy. This mission does use the Preparatory bombardment, so we'll see that in effect on the first turn there. Game duration, so this is going to go at least 6 turns. At the end of turn 6, we roll a dice. On a 1 to 3, the game ends. On a 4 to 6, you play another turn. If there's a turn 7, you also roll at the end of that to see if the game continues in the exact same way. To win this mission, you have to score at least 2 more victory points than your opponent, otherwise it is considered a draw. You get 1 victory point for every enemy unit destroyed. You also score 1 victory point for each of your own units that is completely inside one of the 2 neutral table quarters, and 3 victory points for each of your units that's completely inside the enemy quarter at the end of the game. And that's the mission.
All right, here's a closer shot of the table we'll be playing on today. It's, we'll say, Western Europe, right? Sure, that's important. We're gonna be fighting in a war-torn, nice little river. I got a bridge. This is from WizKids here. The mat itself is from studio level. We have greenleaf terrain for everything else. And the idea here is I put a bridge on the table because I thought how fitting to have a bridge in a World War II game. Because how important are bridges, right?
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, we were talking about it off camera, and Luke is like, I don't know much about the history of World War II, but I know they always talk about bridges. Bridges are important.
Yeah.
And yes. So this is going to be some sort of vital lifeline across this little terrible frozen river.
Exactly.
It's not a very wide river, but it's super
We're going to say deep and treacherous.
Yeah.
But we're going to be able to move through it, like, no problem. It's just narratively deep and treacherous.
a lot of like seaweed type plants. It's super gross.
Right,
Nobody wants to walk across it. Yeah.
Like, as important as the bridge is, a tank could just drive through this still, probably. Realistically. All right, we are going to go ahead and roll off now and figure out who's going what and doing where. And we are deployed. Josh chose this table quarter, and I was forced to go over here. I have some veterans, and this building loaded up with everything else. They got the Panzerschreck, we got our spotter, part of the mortar team, who is back here. And we have the smaller veteran squad. And then on the other side of the building, we have our half-track with our first lieutenant, as well as the veteran infantry squad with submachine guns. And for Josh's deployment, what do we have?
Sniper up top. We got the air observer down below. One of the 6-man squads. I got my half-track here with my lieutenant, as well as one of the 7-man squads. Another 7-man squad, 6-man squad.
All right, easy peasy lemon squeezy. We are about ready to start this conflict. First, we have to resolve something called preparatory bombardment.
Yeah, we both know the attack's coming. We're shooting artillery at each other, so
We're shelling each other.
Both
Nice.
roll a d6 and it works on a 2-up.
Oh, cool. I hope this works for both of us.
There it
In
is.
fact,
There it
actually, I
is.
like this result a lot more naturally. So how does this? Okay, you know what? I have no idea what the bombardment does. We're about to find out.
We could just think.
All right. So apparently my shells hit on target. Josh's do not.
Yeah, somebody forgot to tell them we're attacking now.
Now, if it makes you feel any better, you got to imagine this is a potentially even bigger battlefield, and the artillery has deemed it more important to hit other parts of the battlefield that aren't represented on this table.
We're paratroopers. We don't care.
We've
dealt with wars.
So what do I got to do here?
So roll on each unit, and I will tell you what happens. So we'll start with the snipers.
Snipers. I'm gonna roll a 6.
Okay.
Does that mean the shell really hits here?
Yep. All right. So he takes 2 pen markers and 1 automatic hit with a +3 pen value.
Oh wow, very very nice. But they're in a building. They're veterans, so I roll not high enough to hurt them, I guess.
I think I'm okay.
So I rolled a 5. They probably need a 6. I think he should be good.
So we're okay there.
Other than the pin markers.
So, yeah, that's kind of rough.
Spotter. 2.
So that's just 1 pin marker.
And that's it?
Yep.
Alright, not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and roll for them. The infantry squad. That's 6.
Oh, buddy, what are you doing to me?
This building got hit pretty bad. I don't know. What can I say? Except for them, they're fine. Second level, super solid, super sturdy still.
So
Top
2
doesn't look
pin
so great.
markers, 1 automatic hit with a +3 pen value.
And that is a 5.
Yeah,
That should actually kill one,
Kill a
yeah.
man.
Whatever, he's probably not worth that much.
It was like 13 points.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that probably won't get much worse.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's do the 7-man squad.
7-man squad. 4.
So that is 2 pin markers.
And no hits. All right.
No hits, yeah.
Other squad. Oh, nothing.
No effect. That's miles away.
And I assume I don't hurt the vehicle?
Yeah, you know, you totally get to try to hurt the vehicle.
Ah, cool. 5.
Oh, so we got to take a couple pin markers.
So yeah, pin marker for the vehicle and apparently everyone inside.
And everybody said, yeah, that was pretty close. They did not enjoy that.
Okay, yeah.
We're a little disappointed our artillery isn't...
Your artillery is just
awake.
elsewhere. It's just not necessarily in this immediate vicinity. And is that it? We're ready to
That's
start?
it. We're ready to start turn 1.
All right, pull in dice. I should state this scenario has a special rule where if you're benefiting from cover, or like when you're getting shot at, or if you are completely out of line
Entirely
of sight.
You can. It's hidden deployment, so
Yeah.
we're hunkered down. So we're gonna just say my artillery kind of didn't know where to shoot.
100%.
Yours did. Yours did.
We got lucky.
Hansi's, they're right there.
It's that German efficiency. We got, so that's essentially -4 to hit if you're in light cover, -5 if you're in hard cover until you perform an action, I believe.
Most of the orders that you get, except
Most
for
of the
like
orders,
ambush down and stuff like that.
Gotcha. All right,
Anything
so
moving or shooting.
go ahead and pull the first die for the first order of the
First
game.
die for the first order.
Of the game. It's I'll be the black dice. I am the Germans.
I've got the green ones in here.
Okay, so I'll take that.
We got.
We got a knife. A knife. We got a knife. We got enough. I think the easiest first order to do will be ordering this mortar team, thus ordering the spotter as well, to fire.
Yep.
And we have 1 clear target. We're going to launch mortars at that building down the table. So we're a medium mortar. We can fire up to 60. As well within 60. Already measured when I deployed. Because I figured that would be a nuisance building for me. And we had to see if we hit on a 6 for the first... is it a shell? Does it shoot a shell?
Yeah.
Bloop. Naturally.
Oh, why are you like this?
So we hit the building, but we have to see what floor is it, because it might go through the first level, might go to the second level, and no matter what, it'll explode on the first level. There's nothing in the first level of the building, is there?
Nobody on the bottom level, correct?
So we got snipers, and we've got the spotter. I would love to hit the spotter. That would be amazing. So I should say the observer. Spotter is what I got from my mortar team. So on a 4+, it will immediately explode upon impact on the first level it hits. It doesn't. It goes down to the next level, then I roll again.
Yes.
So on a 4 up, it'll explode where the observer is. Oh, it doesn't. It goes to the ground level.
Okay.
It actually just bloop, bloop, boom, explodes on the ground level. It avoids killing anything there. I almost got, I got crazy lucky there, obviously hitting on a 6. Now that building is marked, I'll hit it on a 2 up in the preceding turns.
Yeah.
Following turns, I mean. That's my activation. All right, Dice Man.
All right, here we go. Come on.
You
Ba-bam!
ready?
It's me.
An American.
Well, the observers are going to go for, the forward air observer is going to go for a fire order.
All right, so we have to do a leadership check because he's got the pin marker on him.
Correct.
And Josh is not going to fail.
He's A-okay.
They're veterans. So he loses that pin marker. He only had the 1.
That is gone, and I need to declare a unit that I'm going to call in the airstrike on.
So I'm assuming you want to do the. Do you call the building or the unit?
It's going to be a unit inside the building.
Oh, okay.
But
So I got Panzerschreck and infantry infantry.
See, the calling it on the building is cool, but also I think I'm going to call it in on this squad right here.
Ooh, light them up. All right. Now, if you're not familiar, the airstrike will come in maybe next turn.
Yeah, I start rolling at the beginning of next turn to see if it comes in.
Yeah.
Even if he gets destroyed,
He's already called it in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's called it in. When that one resolves, I can call in a second one as per the American rules.
All right. Well,
So-
hopefully he eats a mortar shell by then.
Hopefully. Hopefully not.
All right.
Next order shall be.
More Americans.
I'm going to order the LT inside of the transport just to go down. Yeah.
And then he's going to do leadership. He's got a couple pin markers on him. He is not okay.
He's not loving it. So
Sweet.
He's just kind of hanging out.
Does he go down anyways? He just
I think
doesn't-
he just goes down. Anyways, he just doesn't get to clear any pens.
Ah, wonderful. Good. That artillery really got him. All right, well, that's
unfortunate.
unfortunate.
Even with his bonus, he
Yeah.
still fails. That's okay. He'll be fine.
Yeah, Josh definitely doesn't need anything to go right for him at all.
I
in
should
this
have
game.
just. I should have called that to be a rally instead.
I mean,
I think it's the same difference because you don't get the pin marker penalty on that. Here,
I
you
see.
care if I fix that?
I mean, I don't really care at all. No.
He just
Yeah.
clears D6 pins then.
So he'd
yeah,
be
he's
leadership.
veteran, and then
His own
the
bonus
smarter
leadership.
play.
So he loses. Okay, he loses his pin markers instead of doing nothing.
Good, he's rallied.
And the next die will be.
Big brain plays there.
Makes sense. I would do it too.
Huh.
More
That's
Americans.
me.
Okay.
Okay.
The other squad inside will attempt to rally. Again, looking for that. That's good enough. They were going to lose D6 of their 2 pin markers. And that is going to be 5. All right, well, they only had 2. It's actually D6 plus 1, but in this case, it doesn't matter.
Didn't matter. They only had 2 pins on them.
And the next die. Okay, more
It's me
Americans.
again.
Okay, this is getting statistically improbable.
Let's go for an advance on the big fella there. So half track's gonna go and drive himself.
So he's down to 1 pin marker, and he's gonna just do a move, I suppose. I'm not too sure how fast do half tracks go.
Half as fast as you think they go. I don't know. He's just gonna get his pivot and go 9 inches.
I see someone's gonna try and utilize the bridge.
It's cool looking. I mean, I want to.
We're gonna fire that heavy machine gun down the table at these guys who are currently benefiting from having activated
this
it.
is gonna be 6s into 6s.
Looking for 6s to hit, maybe? No, they all miss. Next die.
I'm starting to question if I put your dice back in this bag.
I don't see them anywhere.
So I mean, it probably. Oh,
There we go. We got it. Hey, mine was the first one pulled. There we go. The first lieutenant will advance, I guess. Sorry,
down.
I meant down. He's gonna go down.
Oh, he's getting out.
We're gonna go down on him. In fact, we're just gonna pull him out because I can show it off this on the side table better. All right.
Over to my turn.
You just assume it's your turn?
Of course.
Well, you're
Oh
wrong.
no, I'm wrong. I'm always.
Oh, this infantry squad will go down as well, I suppose. Down makes the most sense, I think.
Yeah.
We're getting there. We're getting to the bitter end of this first battle round.
The nitty gritty.
Oh, yeah.
It's you again.
All right, more Germans. We're going to go ahead and run this half track here. We are going to pivot. We are going to drive you there to there. There we go. Not the full move, just moving enough. Because I don't know what the rules for rivers are yet. So we're going to stop right before it. Hey, new die.
Let's see what we get.
Oh,
you
more
again.
Germans, okay.
Keep going.
We're going to go with this infantry unit here. They are going to declare a run. All right, they're not going to, they have no ambitions of shooting the light machine guns this turn. Josh is going to let me fix my deployment, realizing that I might not actually be able to run.
Yeah,
while
no,
in the obstacle.
you're good. Just fix that.
I'm going to go around it instead. I had no plans on staying there. So with that move, we go to here. Not too sure what the grand scheme is for these here Fallschirmjäger, but we'll figure that out.
Taking the table quarters, man.
I mean, I guess there is that. I always like the idea of these guys getting into a cool position and hunkering down and firing light machine guns for the remainder of the game, but I mean, that's just not really, I mean, maybe like right around here or something. These officers way in the back. All right, well, that's it for them. All right.
Survey says it's the Americans.
Nice.
Sniper squad's gonna try to advance to go down a level.
Yeah, they don't want to deal with the mortar.
They got 2 pins on them.
2 pins on them. They are going to pass because they're, oh no, they fail because their veterans are 9 down to 7 on them, right?
I think they're 10.
Actually, you might be right. Veterans might be 10. Is it 10, 9, 8? Yeah, vets are 10. They go up to 11 with a certain officer nearby. So they're going to go down to 1 pin marker, and down a level they go. A little bit safer here.
Yeah, unless the mortar rolls.
Perfect.
Go through the first floor into the second floor.
That's real bad. Next die.
Wah!
Oh, me. We are going to go down on this infantry team here. They're just going to hang out in that level. Like, not down a level. They're going to stay on that floor, but hang out.
Yeah, the down order. Just
Yeah.
hang on.
Alrighty.
You.
Me. That's my last one, I think. Unfortunately, that's my Panzerschreck. Nothing in. I know there's nothing in range to fire, so I'm just going to go down on them as well. I mean, is there like a.
You can ambush and they keep the ambush order.
I'll
Try
try.
to get within a certain range.
I'll try ambush out.
Okay.
I'm sure maybe ambush them too, but I don't think it would have mattered. I don't think either the ambush or the down order is going to matter for this turn. Yeah, I'll keep the ambush there. Now it's Josh's activations.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. The unit back here is gonna attempt to rally.
Just a straight up rally. Yep. So it was
Fine.
D6 plus 1. They should only have 1 or 2, so
They got
they
2.
are fully rallied. No pin markers left on them. And then you have 2 more units over here, I believe.
Yep, I'm gonna try to rally that squad because I don't really see anywhere I want to go to get shot at by machine guns yet.
And they do also rally, losing those pin
They're
markers.
fine.
Did you have 1 more to do?
I've got 1 more squad to order, and it's gonna be this order. I think is gonna set up in the ground floor of the building.
Oh, you're going to move into the building? Okay. All right, so they are in the bottom floor of the building now.
Yeah, I can't physically fit them easily without breaking stuff, but yeah, they're in the bottom floor there.
Yeah. All that matters is we know where they are. And that is it for the first battle round. I am not going to keep that ambush marker on it. It doesn't like work all the time, so I'd rather,
Yeah, pull it back off.
yeah, take that off him for sure. And that, we are going to move on to turn 2.
Okay, here's the plane.
Is the airstrike right away? Nice.
Yeah, so you roll right away to see. We know what I want to roll. I don't want to say it. Luca always rolls high on single or 2 dice. I always roll low.
Oh, so don't get a 1. Hey!
Right, so they show up.
It works. Please.
Huzzah! Technically, I put a marker down like 18 inches away. It's going to show up, I don't know, over this way. You won't have...
My weird flak on
Yeah,
like my
you'll
one
have
mini
flak
machine
fire.
gun. I probably won't. I got, if anyone's curious, that mini machine gun on that half track has the flak rule.
I don't think you've got arc with it anyways, though.
Yeah, it's front pinto mounted, only fires in the front arc, so you should be gonna put a marker here.
A-okay.
18 inches, you said, then a random plane.
Yeah, so it's either a fighter bomber, or ground attack aircraft.
Okay, cool.
It is going to be
A fighter?
a strafing fighter.
All right, so he's gonna shoot bullets at him, but like real big scary bullets, I suppose.
Yeah, so this would be, I mean, like this is
like a dogfighter,
This is
right?
like, well, yeah, it's like a P-51 probably,
Okay.
doing some ground attack. He doesn't have rockets. Or it could be a P-47. Either way, these are going to be like 50 cal shooting you.
All right, cool. We're super resilient to 50 caliber rounds. We're veterans. We know what to do.
Okay, so 2d6 hits. You can go down to have the hits taken.
Oh, I will 100% go down.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna. That's like without
They're
a doubt
gonna-
they're going down. Okay, good. They only have 5 hits on them. Going down. All right, so we have 5 hits on them, and I assume this has a certain pen to it.
It is +2 pen.
Okay, so they are veterans, so 5. We're looking for 3s on these 5 hits. This is brutal. Kills 3 of them, eh? No 6s? No 6s. All right, so we'll lose 1, 2, 3, because we got to keep the NCO. Well, rather keep the NCO. Okay, this is confused. It's D3 minus 1?
D3 -1, because there's random values all over the place, so the strafing fighter just adds 1 additional.
Okay.
Because the more than just the unit hit can take pin markers.
Right.
So it's going to be D3 here.
All right, so in the end, with all the modifiers, D3 pin markers. It'll be 2 on these veterans. 2 pin markers on them. And I've lost 3 German lives. That is kind of sad. I like these guys. All right, first die.
Dice! I don't know first.
Is it me? Is it you? Who's it gonna be? You.
The Americans.
Americans. A good draw, because now I cannot stop the airplane, man.
It's airplane time!
He's gonna declare a airstrike on. Different target, eh?
Well, I have to because I can't see you there anymore.
Oh, you have to actually. That makes sense. Okay. Oh, look at them, super safe.
All I can really see is that squad there of your Fallschirmjäger. So, plane, get them.
No die.
It will be the Germans.
Me. Now I'm curious. You at home. You have a target on site for your mortar, though it's not the most ideal target anymore because of the position they are on the floor, but you hit on a 2 instead of, 6. I think I'm going to keep firing on 2s. We're going to fire, we're going to target that building. Now, it doesn't automatically hit, but because we've already landed a clean hit before, we hit on 2s.
I hope you miss.
And it's a 3.
Oh!
It hits the building. Now, on a 4-up, it explodes on the level up top where there is nobody.
Yes.
Ah, it
No!
goes down a level. Now it explodes on a 4-up. Yes! Ooh, that's nice. It hits the level with, I don't know, does it hit both units or just one unit?
I think it hits the levels. I think it hits both units.
Oh, wonderful. All right, so we hit him. We
Definitely
hit
get
both.
some hits. I will order the... Oh, do the snipers want to go down? Because you're going to keep doing that.
Oh, I worried they won't be able to evacuate that floor if they go down.
Yeah,
but they could
also
just die.
Yeah. I won't. I won't.
Oh, you're just going to take the D6 hits? We'll start with the sniper team then.
Is it D6 or 2D6?
It is D6. So on the snipers, 6 hits. They went down, right?
No.
Oh, they didn't. Oh boy, it's
Okay.
pen +2 on this, and they're veterans. They are dead.
Yeah.
Oh wow, didn't even need the pen +2. That's unfortunate. And
That's less than ideal, my man.
the spotter's already activated. Does it want to go down?
No, I don't think I can change it to down after it's already...
Oh really? Well, it's only gonna be 4 hits on that spotter or observer, who is also dead.
They're dead.
Oh right, that's 2 victory points right there. And I can focus on another target now with my mortar. All right, mortars seem really good.
Mortars are pretty decent. They're okay, I guess.
That's like 50 points.
I know, it's so good. Me!
Hey, Americans. Oh, these guys are gonna go in the building.
Yeah, they're gonna go in the building.
Oh, very interesting.
So, I mean, you can continue. There's 3 floors you gotta get through to hit them.
It's very unlikely I'd hit get to the bottom floor with them, but it's still a good spot for. It means I'd still probably keep picking that, but even this building over here has got 3 levels, so hitting that one's not ideal either. And it's not like anyone's really in the open. that is going to be stationary. I assume the rest of the infantry will be moving. So yes, I will keep targeting this building probably. All right, next die.
All right, my man.
Do you feel uncomfortable you lost those 2 units?
I'm a little bit sad because it puts me on the back foot for having to grab territories.
Yeah, it's true.
See.
All right, we are going to advance the half track here. We are not going to go anything too crazy. We're just going to go, and then I guess we'll pivot like that. I'm just going to end up there. I think that's a good spot. And we'll back up just a little bit, just a hair. Okay, we're going to go ahead and fire. It's medium machine gun at the infantry squad in the building on the bottom level.
Okay.
German machine guns get an extra shot. Light and medium ones, I should say. We are -2 to hit because of the building.
Yes.
We are in half range and we moved. So -3 to hit, 6s. Oh, just 6s, not bad. Oh, we got 3 hits. That's only 1 pin marker, right?
It's only 1 pin. Yeah.
Okay, cool. It will be 6s to hurt because they are in a building. And we're going to naturally kill none, but we got a pin marker on them.
It's a good start.
All right, next die. Fate decrees that. Who will it be?
You.
Germans, okay. I'm gonna put this infantry squad in the building on ambush in case I decree anything gets a little too close. I will do shoots. Bam, done.
Have it.
All right.
Have it. I keep closing.
He keeps closing the bag and he has to open it every time. It's like almost instantaneous as well. Oh, ho, Americans. These boys in ambush are the ones in the building?
They're the ones in the building, yeah.
Ah, yes, let's see if they can do that. Oh, actually, where's the lieutenant? Too far away. So they instead go down.
How many rolls that bad every time?
I don't know. Hey, I really felt like this kind of happened in the last time we played some bolt action, yet you won somehow in the end.
No, you won.
I don't remember.
You won in the end.
I feel like you won. That's my gut instinct is you won.
Okay.
All right, let's see some more American dice. Ah, nice.
You know what? I'm just going to order him to fire. I'm going to open up on your silly little half track.
Oh, does yours fire outside of front?
It's a 360.
Oh, yours is better than mine. Mine only fires in the front. All right, we'll fire my half track all you want. We probably hit.
No,
that's the the pin marker.
Should just be forced to hit here for range.
Right, and we're gonna
I'm
get.
going to check in a second because I rolled a bunch of 3s.
All right, what's the range on that? That's if it's 36, that's probably over 18.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah, it's over 24 even. Making these Americans look not great.
They're fine.
All right, I gotta.
Spoiler alert: they end up
going again.
not losing the war.
They're impetuous. Yeah, spoiler.
The LT is going to get out.
All right, and disembarking from said half track.
Should have done this first.
Right. You're gonna have over there, providing a bubble of leadership bonuses to those who seem to struggle. Okay, next die. Is it
There's
gonna be
not
me?
many dice left.
I know it's gotta be. It's like 4 of my activations. I think. There we go.
you go.
German. Well, since your half track didn't move, I'm gonna have an attempt with my Panzer Shrek. We're gonna declare a fire. And I don't know if the line of sight or range is good on this. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it anyways. We're gonna take a shot at that building. It is a miss. We're out of range. It is too far away for the... Well, now I know what its effective range is, I suppose. I expect it won't be doing much this game until much later. All right, next die.
You again.
Me. Lieutenant will just go down.
Is that all your stuff?
No, I still have the submachine guns inside.
There you go. Got it fixed.
All right, there was an issue.
There was good.
And?
Oh, it's me.
All right,
Hey.
then I'm last after that.
Okay, we're running out.
Oh, you're gonna leave the vehicle?
Yep.
Interesting.
Oh, it's 36-inch range in your machine
Yeah,
guns?
36 on the 2 light machine guns in there.
I'm gonna use the baby safe play of just having them go down.
Baby safe. You want to be baby safe. I have the last die. I'm gonna put it down on them as
There's
well.
2 because I technically got another squad.
Oh, you got another squad. All right, pull the die. Oh, it's me.
that's
All right, they're going down. That's it. Then you get to go with them. Super easy. I got a 2-point lead right now. I don't have to do
know.
I don't have to do a single risky thing for the rest of this game.
Well, I mean, like if I am in the zones, right?
I will
And if
try
I
my
manage to push you out.
exactly. That's what Josh's goal is, to push these guys out of the zones. Hey, what's going on?
They're just gonna go down there.
All right.
I got to put pins on this before I start to push up.
Very fair. It's airplane time. Battle round 3.
It is.
All right, second call in, and that's a 6. All right, so this was the target. They had the ambush marker on them. I guess, yeah, I should have probably actually fired with them because they probably would have been in range for that, but I'm gonna go down, 100%, without a doubt.
What kind is it? A 4? That's a fighter bomb.
This is an HE shell. It's gonna be hitting a random one of these floors because technically, like, the building's now the target.
Right. Yeah. So the template will go down there, but we're gonna see what happens. So it's what, 4 up to explode.
Four up explodes there. Otherwise, 4 up there or 4 up there. So,
Ooh, okay.
So the first
tall
4
building
up.
might help.
So, oh, okay, avoids a spotter. I'm actually okay with that, I think. It does hit the Panzerschreck.
Okay.
I will go down.
Yes.
Right. Well, they're going to go down because they aren't doing much else this turn. Hopefully surviving. Even if I lose one guy, it's -1 to hit because I lose my loader. All right, is this a
So
D6?
it's 2d6.
Ah, yikes. It's a planes bomb, I guess. So it's,
okay.
Is it rounded up?
Yes.
So 3 hits. And it's HE3?
3.
Okay, so we're looking for 2s. You killed them. They are dead. Okay, well that does change up the dynamic of the game because now the score is 2-1 for the Germans instead of 2-0. You have pin markers on. If the spotter gets pinned, does the mortar get pinned?
I'll check in a minute.
Yeah, I guess we'll
it's
figure
D3 -1. So he takes 1 pin.
A minimum 1?
Yep.
Okay.
And then the squad below.
1 pin marker, okay. But it is not minimum 1, it is just D3 -1, so the spotters, we don't even have to look up the rule. Look at that. Pin marker on my veteran infantry, though, down there.
Now that could have been lovely, because if I did manage to get 10 hits, which I didn't.
Breaks the building.
The building's destroyed.
Yeah, so it's because it's HE3 or more?
I think that's the only way to get 10 or more hits, yeah.
Oh, right, you need 10 or more hits, and HE2 only has D6. Gotcha, yeah. We both have no more airplanes coming. At the same time, no observer either, so that's okay. But I lost my Panzerschreck. I didn't even get to, well, I got to fire once, but I missed. I got fired.
Fired to the river?
Boom! It looked really, it looked dramatic.
You did more than my sniper team did.
Absolutely.
The veteran sniper team with the submachine gun?
You didn't even get to fire
cheap.
it.
Not cheap.
How many points could that possibly be?
I don't want to tell you.
Okay. My Panzerschreck was probably more expensive.
Maybe.
It's you. All right, it's just
I'm
thanks
trying
to...
this again.
All right, firing over here. -1 for range, so 4s to score hits. This time, we got a hit. That's a pin marker. Pin markers for all. Whatever, these are the Fallschirmjäger. They don't even care. Actually damaged me because you get pen
I
1.
get +1 here. 6! No!
Oh, so very close. You die. He closed it again, by the way. Hey, it's a German die. Okay. Bop, 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 bop. We're going to activate my half-track, and we're also going to do fire. He's going to sit there with his medium machine gun firing at the team inside of the building. Leadership. Interesting.
You're regular.
The half-track is regular, so he's going to go down instead? What does the truck go down? We got to reverse, actually, half of our speed. So we're going to move that out of the way. We're just going to go backwards to about there. That's 4.5 inches, and then we go down. Okay, little well, even if they were experienced, I think they would have failed that one. Or veteran, sorry. Keep that 1 pin marker. All right, keeping it safe. I like your thinking, driver. And the new die.
Me again.
Americans. All right, we got a fire order on the ground level infantry. Who are they firing at?
I'm going to be firing at your guys up there.
This team here?
Yes.
Alrighty. They should be. This is
They're
leadership?
taking order.
Oh, they do? Oh.
Yeah, they got 1 pin marker on it right now.
Got them. They're fine. They lose that pin marker. Definitely arranged to fire at them, but it's over half, so -1.
And then I got the bar as well. That was 30.
It will not be going down, so we're going to be hitting on 6s because of the building and the range penalty. This is the machine gun.
This is the LMG.
Oh, we got a hit. Not for 2 hits, actually. And then the AR.
The automatic rifle, yeah, 30-inch range, 2 shots.
That's pretty good. That's a... Oh, I missed it. All right. Dude, 6s to kill. Oh, he actually killed the guy. On a 6, it's the NCO.
Oh, yeah.
Nope, that's a 5. Take a pin marker, and we are going to lose. That is a regular rifleman. So I just have the NCO, 2 loaders, and 2 light machine guns left in there. And a second pin marker. Alrighty then. New die. New dice.
It's me again.
Americans again.
These boys are gonna run. Actually, you know what? He's gonna take the run order and give to them as well.
Right, just double activated from the lieutenant there to the infantry squad. All right, we got the infantry.
Boys are making the run.
And the lieutenant moving forward. All right. New dice, new dice. Who's it gonna be? It's looking like it probably should be me at this point. Okay, Americans.
No, you're wrong.
Oh my god, I've only activated like 1 thing.
These guys are gonna go on ambush.
Ah. There's still 1 more American die in there. Ooh, what are the odds? What are the odds? What are the odds? Oh, there we go. The rest, literally the rest
fantastic.
of the. It's just the guys inside of the truck.
Yeah. They're just gonna take it down order. I'm not playing this the way that I want to be playing it, but
I
the way
get
I'm
you.
playing it.
I get you. So
I should have been moving him.
The rest of the activations are mine. We're gonna start with these guys over here. They are going to an attempt and advance. They have 2 pin markers on them. They pass. So they go down 1 pin marker and they're gonna move. Just gonna go here.
And stay out of line of sight.
Yeah, they're gonna go right up against the wall here. It's their new position. And then I'm just gonna start activating the rest of my stuff in proper order here. We are going to attempt to fire with this unit, and they are at 2 markers. I'm debating if I come out with the lieutenant, maybe, just to give them a bonus leadership. Then it kind of puts them out in the open. Nah, let's roll them. They pass. They're leadership 10 veterans, so they should be okay.
Yep.
Now, I know the only things in range are going to be the light machine guns. The rifles won't quite make it. Oh, but there is an A. Oh, the AR is only 18. So we're going to fire both the light machine guns at the infantry squad that poked their heads out there. Now, it will be -2 to hit, -3 because of range. In
and
total.
then you got a pin marker on you for another -1.
Oh, that is true. That is unfortunate. So 6s into 6s. Well,
Did you want to do a rally instead?
No, I'll still go for this. Yeah. Do I rally? Nah, I'll still go for this. They do have 10 shots. So we have 6 hits. So 6 potential hits.
What are you doing?
But these have to roll into 6s as well. Oh, we got 2 hits. And it's 5s to kill. We kill none, but we put a pin marker on them. Then after they go, we have the guys inside of the truck, the submachine guns, who are going to rally. And they pass, so they lose their pin markers. And then the lieutenant rallying, he's okay as well, so they lose their pin markers. Just the truck has pin markers on it. And the last thing to go is the mortar. This is how many activations Josh did before I did. Literally,
I have less than you.
Right.
Yeah.
We're going to mortar at the building because it's like direct hits again. So I could try and get lucky and hit a 6 on the guys out in the open. That'd be nice, but on a 2, we're good. We hit. And then on a 4, if it explodes. Top level, it does. So it just demolishes the top level a little bit more than it already is. With that, we'll conclude the 3rd battle round. We're on to the 4th. All right, new battle round, new dice. This is turn 4.
4.
Yeah. New dice, please.
All right, coming right up, it will be
Americans. What a surprise.
LT is gonna go. Oh, I forgot that I can't run across this.
Right. No running across the cold, wet. Lots of cold wet.
I don't want to deal with the cold wet. Yeah, I'm gonna opt to just ambush over here.
There. All right. So they're gonna go on ambush. New dice, please.
I don't want it to be me.
Okay, Americans again. All right, we're moving the half track.
Yeah. After all the consideration, we're gonna have the half track drive up.
We're gonna fire some heavy machine gun shots into this
Right up
one.
into there.
All right, so it should be -4.
Yep.
Yes. So 6s into 6s.
Should I have went faster?
You can if you still want to.
Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna go for the cooler play.
The cooler play. So instead of moving 9, he'll move instead 12.
That's 18.
You're gonna go right over the bridge, eh?
Yep.
Oh, you're being a hero now.
Vroom.
Oh, my Panzer Strike's dead, so it's not that super scary. All right, new die. That's where they end up. Not a bad play. I like it. That's what I would.
Look up.
Me. Okay. Well, we have a pin marker on my stupid half track. I do believe I wanted to go. It still has a pin marker. We're gonna go with a fire. Right, attempt. All right, buddy. Yeah, we'll lose that pin marker. Be firing the veterans right in front of them. Would you like to go down?
Those boys, eh?
We are hitting on 3s, I guess.
Nope, not gonna go down.
No down. All right, so we hit you 4 times.
Okay, kind of scary.
And it kills 1 guy, but maybe it's not the NCO. Just 1 guy dies, and they get a pin marker. Die, new die. Who's it gonna be? Me.
You again.
Okay. And we are gonna go ahead and fire this team with their machine guns, and they're gonna fire at the same target. And hopefully we rally and get that pin marker off of them. They do. So they actually hit on 6s now. All right, 10 dice. We're fishing for 6s. We got a hit. All right, and it does not kill anyone, but it puts a pin marker on them. All right, the next die will be.
I don't know who I want it to be here. That's the problem.
I'm at this point I'm okay with whomever.
It's you.
Oh, okay, wow. I'm hard pressed with this mortar, guys. I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, is it better just to try and fish for
Your stupid sniper mortar?
I'm trying to, like, fish. Do I fish for a 6 on them, but the second they move, it's 6s again? They will, well, they're pinned pretty. How many? They got 3 pin markers on them?
They got 3 on them, yeah. They're fine.
Oh, they're leadership 11 with the guy nearby, so failing on an 8. But I mean, if the mortar hits, it really hits. If I could clear these guys out a little bit, I'm gonna go for this building. I don't know. I actually have no idea what the right answer is. I just, if I get lucky, 2 up, and then 1 to 3, 1 to 3 is what I need. So does it hit? It does. So it would have missed them. That's good to know. And it explodes on the top level. Die.
It's you again.
Okay, now it's my turn to activate everywhere. Now, my thought process here is I could just hang these guys back out here, and that'll give me a pretty easy 1 point.
But then I get a pretty easy 1 point.
And then, yeah, Josh gets a pretty easy 1 point as well. That would just null each other out. And then over here, they'd probably get nulled out.
Probably
towards the end
null
of
each
the game.
other out,
The problem
but-
is this thing, going to the middle.
Yeah,
And
because I
then-
get 3 points out of that.
So that would put Josh to 4 points to my 2. Assuming I don't kill any. That's the thing. Parts of me just wants to see where it'll go. But it's exciting to move them out of their position and try and make a push for that territory over there. And that could alter the game too, which would then draw his...
Also knowing that, yeah, this goes, what is guaranteed 6, potentially 8 turns?
But 6 to 8 turns is the issue. I think I want to show you folks some gusto and do something interesting and see where this goes. We're going to do a declare in advance. We have to see what the dice will declare what I'm actually allowed to do here.
That's fair.
Okay, they're good. They lose their pin marker. Bloop, bloop. And then they are going to move. Then you declare ambush at any point during my move.
Yeah.
I'm just going to move them all right here, so...
No, I'll just shoot you at the end of your move.
Okay, cool. We're going to go up to the river because that's I already measured. That's pretty much where 6 takes them. They're not allowed to run through it, but they'll slowly...
They start to wade through it?
They start to wade through it, yeah. And unfortunately, the AR hangs out back here. Well, you still should be able to fire, though. Windows, there's one underneath the balcony there, too. So 2 windows, so four guns can fire.
Yeah, so I've got the machine gun, the bar, and a regular rifle. I got an SMG in there, which it's not going to have range.
Right.
Boop.
The LMG firing first. We got hits. They all hit, eh?
Yep.
Yeah, there's no negatives to this.
Because of the range.
No, you should be in range.
Yeah.
Rifle's on a 4. Misses. And then the
bar. On 3s.
Oh, this is rough. All right.
Looking for 5s, though.
Oh, and does it kill the NCO?
I think I might be able to get one of your gunners, too.
Oh.
I think. I'd have to check exceptional damage if I roll it. I don't.
All right, we're going to lose a rifle. And that's a pin marker. Not too bad for the ambush. And then they'll go ahead and resolve their firing. So moving, and so -4. That's everything 6s and 6s because of the pin marker. So we have 10 shots with the LMGs, and then one rifle and 1 AR. Everything here, 6s into 6s. We're starting with the light machine guns. Well, it doesn't really matter. We got 3 hits so far. Well, maybe... Oh, we got no hits with that. And then we had the AR, which is 2 shots, and the rifle. So 6s. Oh, maybe? Nah, not quite. Didn't quite get there. Dice. New dice.
Survey says it should be me.
Okay.
Go for an ambush on the squad in the building.
Smart. New dice.
It is the Luca.
I got the guys inside, eh? I'm gonna order the lieutenant to go down. Dice.
It is me. No. Squad inside's gonna go down.
And me.
The Luca.
The guys inside are gonna go down as well.
Okay.
My submachine gun infantry. And then you had the last one?
We have the last 2.
Last 2? Ooh. Oh, right, your LT and the infantry. All right, we're gonna attempt to advance the infantry squad. I think they have 3 or 4 pin markers on them.
They got 3 on them.
3 on them. They are fine. Yeah, they need to roll an A+ to fail. I think, not even. All right, so they're gonna go down a level and they get to move up to 6 and fire if there's any good targets nearby. That's the new position. They are safe from the light machine guns. I guess they could go up a level, but for now they are safe. And then...
Can you see these guys?
No.
Okay.
And that will end the round of the 5th battle round. All right, here we go. I think both of us probably want the first activation here. But
yeah.
But it's not crazy important yet.
It's kind of important.
Though it would be very nice.
Luca.
Oh, jeez. I don't like to have to make that decision. Going to advance the submachine gun squad.
Ooh, you getting out?
Yeah, we're getting out.
Oh, we're gonna have a rumble.
All right, I will activate my lieutenant, who will then activate these guys afterwards. So he's going to, where is he? He's going to advance. He's supposed to disembark from the transport there, and they're going to advance out, and then he'll end up firing. But I'll start with the lieutenant. He'll advance out, fire. So 4 stay with his AR because it's an assault weapon, and we're out of that range. We have a hit, so that's a pin marker, and it kills a guy. Now, does it kill? Oh, it kills your NCO.
Okay.
All right. Boop. Nice job, buddy. That's why you're an officer. Excellent marksman scores. Okay. They'll go next, and they will fire into them. Now, I know it's within 12. Pretty sure it's within 12. Double check, they're all within 12. So it's going to be 14 submachine gun shots, hitting on 4s because they're also assault weapons. 4s to hit. And we got a little bit less than half. That's okay. 5s to hurt. We do kill only 1.
Okay.
One more guy goes down. It's another pin marker. And then the medium machine gun from the half track will fire into them. This should be threes. Threes! One miss. One miss. And that kills... I don't... Does the excessive damage matter?
Not anymore.
Oh, so it goes...
I mean, you can make me take one of the...
Oh, wait. When did you have to take a morale check? They don't take a morale until now. So 2 more get gunned down. They take a pin marker. And it's morale time. They're down to leadership. Back up to 10 because lieutenant's right there because they lost their NCO.
Yep.
Well, how many pin markers do they have on them?
That goes to 5.
Okay. Looking for...
But paratroopers, I'm stubborn.
Oh, you're also... Oh, you're stubborn too? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then. I figured that was only like a German thing.
No, I think it's most of the paratroopers.
Okay, cool. They are going to run anyways.
Yeah, you just...
I got a veteran squad.
Actually.
I guess
Did
they
I get the +1?
Oof. No, they should be down to 9 because they lost their NCO.
Alas, yes, you are correct.
Okay.
They're gone. The NCO kill did it.
My Uber lieutenant did it. In the end, because of the morale check, it was him that ended up making them run away. That's a big deal.
That's a huge deal.
Yeah, that's a victory point. All right, so new die. Okay, it's me again, I guess. That's perfect, I think. We'll activate these veterans, and they're going to attempt an advance as well. Where's that? There it is, bam. Then they are going to pass. They lose that pin marker, and they move and fire. This is where we're going to end up. I was going to be stuck in the water no matter what, so I figured it is best not to expose myself too far forward. And we're going to...
Potentially risk me getting...
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
So everything's in half range to fire, except for these 2 guys are going to load the LMG. So we have 1 rifle in half range, but it moved. And we have the AR not in half range, so also -1. So collectively, -1s, -1s. So I can fire everything the same. These should all just be 6s to hit. I got a hit! And it does not kill a guy, but we got a hit. Okay. All right, so 1 whole pin marker. That's it. That's all I got for them. Not bad, though. You know, pin marker something.
Yeah.
It could matter.
It is me.
It's the American's turn. Oh, gosh,
Fire.
it's fire time! So we got a couple windows up on these guys here. Wish me luck, team. We know the light machine guns hitting on 3s.
Yeah. So we got the SMG first, hitting on 4s.
Because of range. Got a hit, nice.
And the rest of these are all 3s.
Oof.
Okay.
And then we need 5s to do some damage here. Oh, we kill a guy. We lost our last free rifleman.
I had to do
yeah, you would probably pass
I'll
it, but
probably be fine.
Yes, so you lose your pin marker. And I instead gain 1. Alrighty, new dice. Indeed. Huh. You. Alright, your lieutenant and his right-hand man.
Yeah, they're gonna order a run, but I'm also gonna be ordering these guys to fire.
Smart.
Let's get these guys out of dodge.
Yep. That is no longer a safe spot to be, I understand.
Yeah.
Part of me wonders why I keep taking first lieutenants there when they don't actually... Like the German, when he can order 3 guys, I only ever have him around 2. Yeah. I'm just kind of wasting
You
points.
just like to take the best.
I don't know why.
You're very similar to me in this game.
But it's just, yeah, it's dumb, pointless. Oh well, whatever. Points wasted. I didn't even add a second guy. I hope that's not his downfall.
I think I'm gonna put all my shots into your LT.
All right, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
He is -1 to hit because of his unit size.
He is.
But that's it. All right, so the bar and the machine gun are both at a half with the 1 window there, and
so I'm looking for
6s? No, it's only -2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 5s. Oof. Oh, we got A. That's a hit. That's a pin marker on him.
Die.
No. All right, he avoids it. Nice, good job. But he gets a pin. Let me tell you, folks, that was unnerving. All right.
Heart hurts a bit.
Just a wee bit there. I mean, that's just a single dude, Ray. It's kind of scary. He's important to keep. Oh, me. A whole lot I can do. I got the mortar. Infantry squad. I think it doesn't really matter the order I do them in, so we'll do the infantry squad, because why not? They're going to go ahead and just declare a fire. I was debating on getting them out of the building to go put pressure somewhere else, but we're like too far into the game to really benefit from that too much. So declare fire into that building over there, get some pin markers on them, maybe do some casualties. The range in building, 6s to hit with the light machine guns. Oh, we got hits, we got a pin marker, and it doesn't kill a guy. Nice. All right, and that's it for my activation there. So the last thing I have is the mortar, but you have a couple more to do, I believe. We do have an American die. Running the truck.
Yep.
Oh boy, here we go. Coming right on down.
9 down to there.
Hello. Well, that's
There
the
you
rest
go.
of his move.
Move them on up.
Well, that's pretty good. I guess it's the.
It doesn't matter. They go down.
They go down, and then I fire my mortar. Oh, we're gonna fire the mortar and keep firing at that building because we're getting to the late point of the game, so I might as well keep focusing in on that target. Too much more value. I would love to hit that thing, but it's now too close. So 2 to hit. Oh, it does hit, and it goes down 1 level. Yes, it hits the ground floor. Oof, would you like to go?
I'm already ordered.
You can't go down if you're against HE, I guess.
Well, no, I already got an order on me.
3 hits. And these are +2. So it only kills 1 guy.
Okay.
Which isn't bad, but it puts some pin markers on him. D3 pin markers. 3.
Oh!
And this mortar's carrying me. these German medium mortars.
Stop playing against your mortars.
This is the 6th battle round. This is potentially the last one. There's maybe a couple more after this, but it's on 4-ups, so it's super hard to tell. It's gonna be pretty tight. Like, assuming you get 3 points for that, 1 there, 1 there.
You got some good kills on me.
I got good kills though, and I might get 1 and 1 as well. So it's gonna be interesting, very interesting. We'll see how this battle round goes. And Americans. So the transport's just advancing. I want you to get out of it right away. Come on.
I kind of want to shoot your lieutenant.
Do I get cover for my own vehicles? I don't even know.
No. I'm trying to think. So this will be
-4s
for moving, 5s for small team.
Yeah, it should be it. And you only have 3 shots. It's 5s and a 5s. Ah!
Okay, 5s and a 4.
Oh, you got pen 1. Ooh.
Here you go. Ready? Get him. Dun 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 dun. No!
Oh, he just dodges it. Ooh. Left, right.
I hate that guy.
He's so good, right? It's him, literally him and this mortar. Yeah, other things have helped, but like they've done the exceptional. They've done the noteworthy things.
It's true.
No pin markers on
you
my
get hit.
Nice. Good job, me. I'm so good. Okay, another American.
Now I'm getting out.
Oh, okay, fair. So they are exiting the vehicle. They're advancing. And they're gonna, I assume, light up this mortar team?
Yep.
All right. Fair. And being Americans, they don't care about moving with the rifles. 11 shots on 3s?
Yes.
And these guys are just regular, so forced to hurt them. Oh, that kills them dead. What about the spotter? Is he dead?
He just hangs out.
All right. I assume you get the kill point for this, though. You don't have to kill the spotter?
Yeah.
All right. That
Yeah,
spotter...
he decides he's gonna leave.
Well, hopefully while no one's looking. Die. Here we go.
New dice is going to be me.
Americans again. Fire! But they got 3 or 4 pin markers on. Maybe 3.
3.
All right, let's see. A+. Oh, barely. They make it. They're down to 2. But they're hitting on not great.
No.
The SMG should be 6s?
6s.
All right.
It adds up to half of what I needed. The rest of these are all 5s. I got a hit. That's all that matters at the end of the day,
At the end of the day, that's all that matters here. No kill, but we're at 2 pin markers. Okay, well, that second pin marker is a big deal. All right, and the new die? Me. Player of fire with this infantry team, I suppose. No, we're gonna go with the lieutenant over here, and he's gonna
do the special lieutenant stuff.
He's gonna do lieutenant stuff. He's gonna order all of this to move and fire and whatnot. We're advance the truck, so it's gonna turn to there. Oof, it's arc.
Do you think you can move the rest of everybody and get them out of the way first if you want? Oh, they're just gonna fire?
No, they're probably gonna advance as well. But I'm trying to figure out how to get shots with this guy over here, and I don't think I can, realistically, because I'd have to run him to pivot him twice.
No, I think you get 2 pivots with a half track.
It does get 2 90-degree pivots, so we're just gonna go boop, boop, boop. He's gonna end up something like that. We're just over there. And then he's gonna fire into them. Now it's -2 because we determined we wanted these walls to be harder cover. And we moved, so -3, so it should be 6s to hit them.
Okay.
Machine guns! Got a hit, and no kill, but I got a pin. You know, I should probably do his leadership. He's okay though.
Fine.
He only had the 1 pin marker on him. He is assaulting. I don't know, I'd ignore the actual orders that are beside them.
Advancing?
Advancing, that's what I mean. We're gonna go to there with him. Advance. Again, 6s because of range, and -2 cover. No, he does miss that time. And then these guys are gonna also advance. And out of the cold, wet men. I already know they're not in range to fire. I measured over there. There's like 12 is like right there with like 1 guy, so not in range to fire. And that should be it for them. All right, what do we got here? Oh, gateway again. These guys will fire. They're going to go ahead and fix their light machine guns on this one window, firing down at them. All right, 10 shots. Should be 3s. And 5s. Oh, we kill 2 of them, and this kills no one important.
Okay.
2 of them go down, and they take 1 more pin marker. Yeah, might as well lose the rifles. There we go! I only have 1 die on there, I think. Ah! Okay, who's firing?
They're gonna fire out over this way with the machine gun.
Oh, I figured they might. Yeah. It'd be the bar and the machine gun out that window. Definitely more than half range, and whatever pin. Oh, they have to do a leadership first.
Yeah, they got 1 on them.
Just 1 on them? Yeah.
Yes.
And they are going to pass. All right, so just hitting on 4s.
Here we go. Get them. Light them up.
I got 3 hits. That's gonna be an extra pin marker. And
average.
5s to hurt. Oh wow! Does it kill the NCO? No. So we're gonna lose. It was 2 of them, right?
Yep.
We'll lose you and you. We got just that. And these are my last activation. This is my last.
Technically, I got the LT, but yeah, just
oh right.
the LT
yeah.
hangs out.
You're just gonna hang over there?
They're gonna just
tuck in further.
tuck in a little
Yeah,
bit.
that's gonna be their 1-point location over there. Okay, these guys here are going to advance. Oh, they go down instead. Well, that's the last activation here. We have to see if the game ends on this 6th battle round. 1 to 3, the game ends. Doesn't matter who rolls it.
No, you can if you want to. You're rolling a die.
On a 4+, the game will continue. And that's it. All right.
Let's do points.
All right. I think it might be a draw. Actually, I wasn't even calculating.
I
so-
wasn't either. I was just, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's do score for actual scoring territories, because you got 1 point over there. You have a point over here because of them.
Yep.
You have 3 points for being in my territory, so that's 5. I have 2. And that's it, I got 2 for that. And then for killing stuff, you killed my Panzer Shriek and my mortar team, which puts you at 7.
I only got those 2 kills though, eh?
Yes. And I killed your 2 units in the building.
Yep.
And I killed your veteran team, but I think that was it. So that puts me at 5. So I think you win the game
I
by the 2 points
do
there.
by 2 points, I
Yep.
believe.
Yep. Not bad. I foresee once once they died, not that it was a kind of a big threat to the half track, but once they died, I realized, oh, you can just rush over this. I was like, that's game. I can't do much about that. Thanks so much for watching. Before jumping into the post game, don't forget that Josh and Luca continue their bolt action escapades in the MiniWarGaming Vault, where they will be playing a 1,000-point game of Americans up against German forces. Both players drastically changing up their list. If you're curious to check this out, you can click the link down below and get yourself a 7-day free trial, where you'll be able to watch this game and enjoy it. Thanks again for watching. Now enjoy the post game. And then I just never clued in that you also can't really hurt my guy other than your machine gun, so I should have literally done the same thing.
We could have, you could assault them,
Okay.
and we didn't get into doing that, especially I think open top really don't enjoy being assaulted.
It
Was kind of a knife fight on who's going to jump out, and 'cause
Right.
you can't jump out and assault on the same turn.
Right, so, I mean, like, you could, like, what if, like, say we're both on the bridge, right? And you jump out, could I not just go super fast and you would never catch him anyways? If you did decide to get out, or like vice versa, like if
Yeah, it would be kind of difficult to catch them.
I think
You'd have to honestly, like, I'd have to probably advance a squad close to you after you've run away, and then get the priority and assault before you have the chance to move again. That would have been my only hope.
I guess that could have worked out. Yeah, there's always a possibility for that. So yeah, once you raced up there, I didn't clue in until the next turn. I'm like, oh, I could have just, if there's 8 turns, I could have still done that, and I would have been perfectly fine. And then the game, I don't know, the game would have progressed a little differently. There would have been a draw if I was able to make it there, and I lost nothing else. Took a little gamble with these guys here, but I was pretty sure I was already down on points, so I figured, well, whatever. They get back here, they start regrouping, and then I'll get my 1 point over here. I think, in the end, they got me the 1 point. It doesn't really matter, yeah. So it was a nice and close game. I fumbled a little bit. I didn't need that medium machine gun. I could have just rushed it over there, and then it would have been a draw. But I mean, that's no real big difference.
The chance if you went that way, I would have tried to assault you with a squad.
Yes, exactly. You still have the options to assault it. I guess if realistically,
I think there are some penalties. I think you are. I'd have to double check, but I think you do get penalties for side and rear shots.
Bonuses to penetration.
Well, yeah, so I guess bonuses to your penetration.
Okay, that's the thing. Yeah, I guess that's true.
So there's that. Yeah. This is. We've talked about it before. The veterans on veterans is kind of tough, especially because we didn't have a lot of heavy weapons. I
Yeah.
especially didn't have a lot of heavy weapons.
The only reason a lot of these veterans died is just like overwhelming amounts of like these guys. They got shot by 10 like perfectly lined up 10 light machine gun fire, and they only lost a couple guys still, right? Like they're solid. The only reason we lost so many veterans was because of weird like out of nowhere like mortar shots, the strafing runs. That and even these guys hit. Well, I guess they got hit by one nasty strafing run. Yep. And these guys got hit. No, the Panzerschreck got killed by the bomb, but like they're still fine. Like they're still going too. Veterans are just tough.
And yeah, we're having a lot of like fun little interactions that hopefully we're doing it properly. So I mean, like last time you guys were great commenting in the comment section. Some people sent emails too. That works. Honestly, the biggest thing I'd ask for is if you are helping to correct us, give me a page reference so I can verify stuff.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, we were pretty tight on the rules here. Again, this is like I've only played I think 3 or 4 games. Josh is.
We're still both
Right,
new,
yeah.
but I don't know. It's an entertaining little game. It really, I find it builds tension throughout.
Yeah, well, it reminds me a lot of Battlefield Gothic 2, where nothing happens, all of a sudden game's over.
Yeah, there's a lot of positioning going on, and you plink off a couple little casualties here and there, and then all of a sudden,
Which doesn't seem like a lot at first.
it doesn't. Until
But it adds up, yeah.
You start to really kind of whittle stuff down. And we're playing relatively elite forces, so obviously the less elite forces, stuff dies a lot faster, but there's a lot more of it.
Right. I'm not too sure. It's tough because it feels. I remember playing against Josh and the Russians a few times, and you had a few inexperienced troops, and it just felt so like there's so many feel bad moments with them, right? You need them to do something clutch, and then you had like one big veteran squad, and then all I had to do was just keep pinning it down, and it was kind of yeah. So it's I don't know. I had literally zero experience. My first gut reaction, knee jerk reaction, saying veterans are like. It's just so easy to play with veterans.
Yeah, and I think we've gotten used to that. I think as we start to hopefully develop the collection a little bit more, try some different stuff, you'll find that veterans, although they are very good, they don't give you enough order dice.
That could very well be the case.
Thing.
Yeah.
So I think we both had an okay amount of order. You had 7, I had 8.
I would imagine you
750.
probably like any other activation game at this scale, you probably want 10 to 12.
Yeah, I think generally, and I may be incorrect in this, but for every 100 points or so you're playing, you probably want 1 activation die.
Okay.
Or more. Like at a bare minimum, you probably want to have 1 per 100.
A little bit more. Okay.
Because you bump up, and that's the thing. I think it'd be interesting to see certain stuff.
I guess I am saying 10 to 12 at 1,000 points.
10 to 12 at 1,000.
I should clarify.
Points. Yeah. Which is kind of I think the sweet spot. Well, the minimum almost. As we're gonna hopefully get more and more stuff. We do get some Conflict 47 stuff as well.
Right.
To add in, I'm excited to see that kind of wacky stuff. But these are 2 very similar forces.
Yeah, well, they're both paratroopers. They're both stubborn. They're both elite. They take machine guns. And we built our list separate of each other, but they're near identical builds. We had like an assault-ish type of unit in a half-track. We had a couple of smaller veteran squads that were going to hang out in buildings all day with machine guns to try and pin down enemies.
Yeah, I can do the 2 MGs in these squads as well for the late war paratroopers. I didn't want to have 1 squad sitting there, and I only have 2 MGs right now.
Right. The collection I have for the Germans have 8, so...
Yeah,
there's like a lot of options.
I do want to add some more stuff to the Americans. I've got to get myself a medium mortar.
Yeah, the mortar's great.
I need to get a bazooka.
It didn't do much, but I didn't get to see it in play. But I mean,
it's nice to have for when vehicles kind of rush up.
Yeah, I figured it'd be good to add him. I thought I looked at a few of the things, and I'm trying to think of ways how to change up my build. And I'm like, I love the mortar so much. It provides so much. Like, stay out of that building, right? Like a lot of units typically correspond to things like, okay, I don't like when my opponent hides in buildings, bring a mortar. I don't like it when my opponent has fast little vehicles, bring a Panzerschreck. Sorry about the audio there. Like Panzerschreck or Panzerfaust, just like some like cheap anti-tank stuff. You don't need to have like a Tiger or something to deal with a half-track.
The entertaining thing for me is that even though there was plenty of HE in the game, it was always on buildings, so we got the marker and then didn't need to use it.
Yeah, didn't have to use the marker. What's the smaller one? It's not HE2, is it?
So inside's 1, outside's 2.
Okay.
3, 4.
Gotcha. All right. Sounds cool. Yeah, they never came up once, the HE. Outside of buildings. There's probably a couple other examples I'm thinking of too. Like obviously, I think submachine guns and assault rifles are. I don't know what rifles are good for. They're just like a cheap, generic. Here's a gun.
Yeah.
Like
The rifles are just kind of solid for just plinking away little shots, but also ablative bodies in the squads that have the more specialized weapons.
I'm a huge fan of machine guns. Obviously, machine guns are a big factor in World War II. Machine guns were like.
Machine guns are pretty crazy.
Yeah.
The bars are cool. I like them.
I didn't even like. You have way better ARs than I do.
Well, okay, so yeah, it's weird. So the way that mine work, because they're 30-inch range and they're 2 shots.
Yeah, mine are 18 at 2, but assault. But I assume yours are assault as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're not assault, but mine don't suffer the penalty for moving and shooting because of the American thing. So they were firing.
But I was having audio issues.
Yeah, we're
I
having
had
some
to,
audio
yeah.
kind of. Yeah, because you're firing a weird intermediate cartridge out of yours, and I'm firing a full-size rifle cartridge out of mine.
Okay.
So a little bit better range.
I got like a half committed cartridge.
Yeah. Well, that's what makes them assault because they're more controllable. They bridge the gap between rifles and submachine guns.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, I like it. I take it on the officer because it's free with the officer. I realize I probably shouldn't be bringing a first lieutenant if I'm not going to bring a more or a vaster force. Maybe at 1,000 points, a first lieutenant would make more sense.
Well, you could do like a second lieutenant that has, because again, with the way that you're playing, and then just bring an extra guy with him for the point difference.
Yeah.
And then you probably still have a little bit of extra points there to play with.
Exactly. Well, if I even downgraded the second lieutenant there, I would have had the points to add the second guy with an AR, which would have been cool. Sure.
Yeah.
And then from
2-man team's a lot less scary than a 1-man team.
Exactly. In the end, it worked out fine for him.
Yeah, I'm a little bit upset about that stuff, but that's okay.
He got out of it easy peasy. I have like a flamethrower option. I have like machine guns on bases, but I feel like I have medium machine guns, but I don't feel like it's worth the points. I like the mortars a little bit more. I'm trying to think of what I have a medic. I believe I don't even know what the rules for a medic are. I have a flamethrower, but I think you said you had to hit with a flamethrower, and that turned me off right away. I'm like,
they're really, they spike high or low, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's a little too much for me.
But the buildings don't get any, you don't get any cover stuff against the flamethrowers.
True.
So it is a ton of damage. I think, the 2-man flamethrower teams might not be up your alley, but I want to see you can take Pioneers. That's a squad that has a flamethrower in it.
That's kind of cool.
So that's kind of neat. I'm looking at some of the other weird stuff, like my little half track. I can take an additional 3 medium machine guns on it.
I could take one on the back for that one too, and I thought that was kind of weird that he'd be like firing backwards and forwards. And I don't know where your 3 go. I assume they just go
one on each. Of the,
I see where they actually
facings,
are. Yeah. Are they all pinto mounted, or they fire in that direction?
They fire in that direction. The top one's the pinto mount.
That might be a little restrictive.
It is,
yeah.
But I mean, it sounds kind of like hilariously funny to me. I don't think it would be really,
What I do really want, and I actually don't know if it's a big factor for the German army, or if it's like even good at all, but I have always thought the Tiger tanks were super cool, and like the whole like not stigma, but the whole like, well, the rule's called Tiger Fear, right? There's like something scary about it. Obviously.
Well, yeah, the Allies were so they heard about the Tigers and they're terrified of the Tigers.
Right.
The rules meant to represent the fact that Allied forces sometimes are like, that's kind of a square-looking German tank. I bet it's a Tiger.
Absolutely, right?
So the Panthers and then the PZ4s, especially the later ones that were a lot more boxy.
I actually wouldn't mind to have one of those added to the collection just to play with it for a couple games because it has like a cool rule where anything that can see it gets -1 to its leadership when taking orders, I think. Even if they don't have any pin markers on them, they still have to take a leadership check.
Oh, dude, that's awful.
That's awesome, right? Like, that's so cool. But the Tiger, but those tanks are very expensive, though.
Oh, I don't want to tell you that I got a Tiger sitting new in box upstairs.
Oh, I see. Isn't that? It's just a basic Tiger. I think the Tiger 2s are way too expensive.
The Tiger 2s are crazy expensive.
If you want a veteran one, I think it's like 666 points.
It might be even more than that, yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, so I'm starting to look at some of the... Because, like, typically my brain always goes to, like, big tank, cool, yes.
Yeah.
And the Shermans are great with all the machine guns you can have and all that. But then there's some other neat ones. I can take an M16 multiple gun motor carriage.
No idea what that is.
Basically, imagine, like, one of my little half tracks, but it's got a quad mount heavy machine gun.
Quad mount.
It's just 4 heavy machine guns.
In like one direction?
No, it's they used it for anti-aircraft.
Oh, okay.
As well as anti-stuff on the ground.
Okay.
So, I mean, that would be neat.
I found it funny that my little half track had flak, but it never really came
that's
out.
where but it's in the limited arc. Like mine does as well.
Oh, but it's 360, yeah.
Exactly, so mine's a little bit more handy.
Still restrictive range, I suppose, because you can just pick for that aircraft to strafe wherever.
Yeah, and there's a couple different little cool American vehicles. I do have an M8 Greyhound upstairs somewhere that I bought ages ago that has a light anti-tank gun and a coax medium machine gun. They're pretty cheap They can take a heavy machine gun for another 25 points. They're recce, though, so they get some additional rules for...
Right, scouting and whatnot.
When you're trying to shoot at them, they can kind of try to get away.
Yeah, you're saying that you get to react.
There's some neat stuff with recce. Yeah, so I'm curious about adding some light tanks. But also playing around with the point levels to see what we like. I know 750 to 1250 seems to be where people are typically playing.
I could see that. I mean, just like adding just a little bit more to this force would have made... I don't know, like I could have taken away a little bit and had a little tank. That's kind of cool. You have a little tank with your force.
I got the Shermans. I got a Pershing upstairs, though, too, that I really want to run.
You said you have no Shermans?
I got 3 Shermans.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But,
how many points is a Sherman?
A veteran Sherman with the 75, you're probably in the realm of 230 to 250.
Okay. All right.
But it's got 2 or 3 medium machine guns and then the medium AT gun.
Heck yeah.
So it's not a bad setup.
Not a bad setup at all. All right. Well, I mean, yeah, I would definitely want to get my hands on that Tiger. Other than that, I wouldn't mind trying like a Tiger build with a bunch of inexperienced Fallschirmjäger with like late war green guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's some interesting with the green rules of when they, I think, I can't remember when they do something, I think it might be getting shot at or when they shoot or something. You have to take a test to see how experienced they actually are.
Right.
And how brave they actually are.
Right. It's just like completely out of my control. And that can kind of offset the point sink that is the Tiger tank. I don't know what the right answer is.
Do you know what would you be taking a veteran Tiger?
I don't. I just
point.
Oh, because if he gets pin markers, then like passing the checks to do stuff would matter.
Passing the checks, and I think there's actually some bonuses if you're a veteran vehicle for getting hit by weapons that can't hurt you.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that.
I'd have to take a look because I know that inexperienced vehicles taking hits.
The driver might panic.
Something to do with taking extra hits or pins for stuff that can't hurt you. I can't remember. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I have literally no idea myself.
That's open top is the thing. I think the thing that kind of offsets that.
Okay,
that's
these
what we
guys.
dealt with in here.
Yeah, these guys are open top. That I don't think it really came up too much, but
well, I think that's what was letting the. And again, we may have done it wrong, but I think that was letting the light stuff still throw some pin markers, even though it couldn't hurt.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, he's looking up the points of a Tiger tank.
I want to see what a Tiger tank is worth.
I think
you can get yourself a Schwimmwagen.
Yeah, I can take a Schwimmwagen.
Or a little Kettenkrad.
Yeah, I can take a Kettenkrad.
Do you remember what a Kettenkrad is? Nope. It's it's adorable. It's a half-track motorcycle.
Okay, I do remember that actually. 100% remember that from Saving Private Ryan. That literally shows up in the movie.
Which doesn't look like it should be there. It doesn't look like a real thing.
You know what? Let me tell you guys, from this game and a few random movies I recently watched, there's a lot of things in the Second World War that you never would have expected existed nor should have ever been there.
You didn't realize those were real?
Yeah.
You got so many cool tanks. That's the problem.
I don't really like...
Okay, so a regular Tiger is 400. It's 395.
Oh, yeah. Is that an experienced Tiger?
That's a regular one.
Oh, regular.
You can't take inexperienced Tigers.
Okay,
they didn't... They basically only had veteran crews in the Tigers.
I would imagine.
Fairly experienced crews.
Okay.
But a veteran's 474. If you want to go to a Tiger 2, it's 555 for regular, 666 for a veteran.
I was right. The 666 is stood out, right? Yeah.
It's super heavy. It's 11 up damage value on a Tiger 2, and it's 10 on a regular Tiger. My Pershing would give you a good run for your money, though.
That's fair. All right. Is it I guess it depends on who shoots first kind of thing?
Kind of depending on who shoots first. I think the advantage my Pershing has is that if he's a veteran, they've got the gyro stabilizers. So if he's a veteran, he doesn't get the penalty for moving and shooting.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
On the main gun.
All right.
So it's kind of like +1 to hit as we duel each other.
Because you pretty much always want to be moving.
Well, especially if you're trying to pop out and get a shot at the guy first.
Yeah, that's true. Especially if you're coming outflanking or something too. If you're going to drive onto the table relatively safe.
Stuff,
yeah. Okay, I can see that. It makes sense. Oh, that's pretty good. Is yours also like a heavy tank then, I guess?
I think mine was classed as a heavy tank, but it was, I think if you look at the stats, for lack of a better term, it's more like a Panther.
Okay. Oh, it's like the close equivalent.
Yeah, well, the Germans went kind of nuts with the heavy tanks.
Okay.
Their heavy tanks were really heavy.
They didn't have a lot of them.
Yeah, so it's a 10 up, so it's equal there. We both have super heavy anti-tank guns.
That's cool.
You get Tiger Fear, which is terrifying.
That's an awesome rule.
So actually, yeah, we're the exact same points for regular.
Oh, nice.
And then for veteran, I'm 10 points more expensive.
Because you have the stabilizer.
The stabilizer.
Okay.
Which for 10 points, basically +1 a hit.
Yeah, worth, super
sure.
worth. Value, absolute value. But hey, I got Tiger Fear.
Oh, yeah, the Tiger Fear is awful.
Does it say what Tiger Fear does there, or is it just reference Tiger Fear?
Yeah, it just references it, but I
Yeah,
can go to the
it's kind of a long one, but it's pretty much anyone who could draw a line of sight to him, unless you are shooting at him, you don't suffer it. I think if you're shooting at him, you ignore it.
Unit suffering for... Okay, so all enemy units that have line of sight to one or more German
It
vehicles
just
with Tiger
line
Fear.
of sight. That's wild, right?
Okay, we're going to go around the corner. We can't see you. You can't hurt us.
100%. Well, you're not there anymore.
Suffer from Tiger Fear. Units suffering from Tiger Fear counts having one extra pin marker in them.
That's what it is.
When taking any order test, except for order to fire against a vehicle causing Tiger Fear.
Okay.
Note that this penalty also affects units without any pin marker.
That's what I thought was interesting. So if they have 0 pin markers,
Which must therefore take an order test on -1 morale to execute orders even if they have no pin markers.
so just -1 leadership across the board.
That's wild.
-1 morale. -1 morale.
I think I lost my tiger. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is.
Isn't that another?
That's
Like,
that's so weird how that happened.
In theory, in my mind, that sounds like a big rule. I don't know how big that is in practice. Simply adding 1 pin marker to the entire enemy army if they can see the tiger seems like a big deal.
I don't think it's going to win you the game, but I mean, they can definitely make a difference. Like,
Right.
You've seen what failing a couple clutch orders can
Could
to
do,
you.
right? Exactly, yeah.
So the fact that you have to always order your stuff,
Right.
awful. I mean, that's hopefully where I just kill it with a... Like
100%, yeah, exactly.
Aircraft comes in and just says no thank you.
That would be unfortunate. That would make Luca very sad. Let me just tell you, I would be the most sad boy in this room.
Yeah, I totally get it. So, I don't know, we're kind of rambling. Hopefully you guys enjoyed Bolt Action. I'm still enjoying playing it. I think for me, the setting, I like, obviously, but it's the pacing. I like the pacing of this game.
Well, it's relatively... okay, like, to be fair, any alternate activation game is an excellent game system. The games that we more commonly play, Age of Sigmar, Warhammer 40k, the pacing in those games would be a heck of a lot better if they could be they can be alternate activation, but they take that much longer. It's weird. It's a weird concept because it's a lot more interaction between the players, but the gameplay itself is about 50% longer. So I don't know what the trade-off there is. It's a preference, 100%.
Well, yeah, I think this game has enough complexity to be interesting.
Yeah.
And you look at some of the other game systems like 40k and AOS, there's a lot of little fiddly bits.
Yeah.
Kind of make things drag on.
Oh, absolutely. Well, okay, if it's like, when you're looking at those games, you want 2 absolutely experienced players for like a reasonable playtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always I do enjoy games where whatever the dice roll is what the dice roll.
I agree. Yeah.
Even though that's very stressful and upsetting.
Yeah, but there's nothing you can do about it. You know, there's something to be said about a die roll failing, re-rolling, and then failing again. It's just, come on, right?
Especially when it's like a 2 upper rollable and you fail and you're like, it's just dumb.
Right. Well, like imagine Warhammer Fantasy, right? Your leadership 10 stubborn, you roll an 11, BSB reroll into 11. Come on, I lost the game on a bad reroll. It's just like, oh.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that, you can... I can't see for Bolt Action with a decently constructed list, like having one weird thing like that just instantly lose you the game.
Right.
Like there's probably been some back and forth, like late, like turn 4, 3, 4 kind of stuff when things are going on. Maybe you're going to lose something.
The only thing I could think is that if you for some reason invest a ton of points into a veteran unit of 9, like say these guys here were 9, and you have a wild turn where you kill 5 of them, and then I fail a leadership because they're stubborn. I roll an 11, and then you kill the other 4. I'm like, that's bad.
That's kind of rough. Also, if you manage to put, I think it's if you put more pin markers on a unit than its base morale.
It's out of there too. Yeah.
So with a lot of the...
That's where the inexperienced stuff would come in, I think.
That's where,
Yeah.
That kind of makes a difference. But I am curious to see, because there's a couple different lists. We haven't really gotten into... Well, I guess I've used the Artillery Observer. I've used the Air Observer. They're both cool.
You've definitely done a lot more exploring in your list than I have. I'm just like, okay, veterans, light machine guns, mortar, and then I'll change like one thing.
Yeah. But that's okay, because that's kind of, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do and what I want to bring. Oh, my Americans need a mortar and a bazooka. Like
I don't know about you, man, but mortars seem like an auto-include. They just are 100%. The idea of making it uncomfortable to hide in buildings, which when included with veterans, very hard to move out of a building, like next to impossible. The mortar making you, the opponent, feel uneasy feels great.
Yeah, they can't just sit down somewhere.
Right, and it's 50 points for that regular mortar too, and
I know, and it's so good.
It got its points back without a doubt.
Because I think they fixed the inexperienced mortars, the way that they interact with spotters.
Oh yeah, something about like inexperienced spotters can't work with inexperienced mortars. It's kind of weird.
I think it's just you always kind of hit on 6. I can't remember what exactly it is.
Oh.
They basically took it because everybody had an inexperienced mortar team.
Oh, with an inexperienced spotter, yeah.
Well, because you take them at the same level, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
So
yeah.
that was kind of a thing that everybody had. And
It said something about, and I don't know if mortars is always hit on like indirect fire. Can you just shoot it no matter what, even if you don't have a spotter, but it always hits on a 6? Is that its thing?
Yeah.
That's I think it said in the errata that or FAQ, inexperienced spotters cannot spot for a mortar team.
That would actually kind of make sense. I think what it is, and again, don't quote me on this, but I think if you have line of sight with a mortar, he can range in himself, but the spotter allows you to range in out of line of sight.
Yeah. That's what I figured the case was. Yeah.
Yeah, but I definitely want to get myself a medium mortar. Like I don't want to go upstairs and look at the Soviets because I'm pretty sure that there's 120 millimeter mortars and stuff. Like there's heavy mortars that they have, as well as some of the artillery pieces.
They have like HE3 mortars then? Is that what their thing is?
I'm pretty sure that'd be HE3 because I think the one that you're firing, I'm not super familiar. I think that's an 84 or an 81. I can't remember. I think the Americans had the 81 and you had the 84 millimeter.
Is that just the gauge of the shell that fires?
Yeah, basically how wide across it is. But yeah, I don't know. Those mortars have been doing so good for you. I don't know how they always hit.
I know. It's the first shot of the game, 6. All right, that building's mine. I just shot that building all game, and it was great. I killed a lot of stuff. Actually, got me 2 of my 5 points.
Well, yeah, the pre-game bombardment I thought was like, okay, cool, I'm done. Like this is kind of rough. I knew I'd be okay, but I was a little bit bummed out when mine didn't work, and you just kept rolling like 5s and 6s.
Like it's wild because like all things considered, I killed a bunch of stuff. I lost next to nothing. I lost I think I lost them and my mortars at the end. And you lost the preliminary bombardment. My mortar was rocking this building all game. They ran away. Like only bad things happened to Josh, yet he still won the game.
So yeah, I managed to get my planes did okay.
The planes were okay. Yeah, they helped. They got the planes. The reason you actually got the win over the tie.
Yep, in the long run, yeah.
Which is kind of cool to consider.
So yeah, would have only been up by 1 point.
Actually, the planes did really well. They showed up the exact turn, like the turn right after. There was no delay.
Yeah, there wasn't, and they didn't strafe my guys instead.
That's true. They could have been off target.
Yeah, that's kind of the downfall. It's fairly expensive to bring those guys.
Spotters?
Like it's the observers
or the
and all
observer,
that.
yeah.
To give you a sense of this, the forward here. You want to take a guess?
I'm gonna guess like 90.
I guess it was a 2-man team. It was 103.
Okay, so that's pretty close.
But my stupid
the snipers
that just died right away. I should have deployed them differently. But,
were they 60?
69.
Oh man,
for
nice.
the 2 of them. Because one had the SMG.
Oh, okay, so it would have been 66 otherwise, I guess. Yeah. Why the SMG? Just because you had the points?
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I had the points and it sounds cool. You can give them both an SMG, so they actually kind of run around and just machine gun people.
So in case they need to. What do they use for SMG? Are they Thompsons? What's that gun called?
I think all my guys have Thompsons, but the other
Thompsons?
one that would be appropriate for the era would be the grease guns.
What's that?
I think if I showed you a picture, you would recognize the grease gun.
When I think of a Thompson, I think of like the old Tommy, like a Tommy gun. I know it's not the same, but
it is the same thing.
Oh, it is. One's got a barrel drum, and one's got like a regular magazine.
Well, if you look at it, the overall, where the handguard and the rest of that, because you're thinking like the 1920s era.
Yeah. Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, I can't remember because the American naming conventions and stuff is weird, so I can't ever remember what's what. But yeah, the non-military ones were kind of cool.
Yeah, they were super cool.
The military ones worked a lot better because those drum mags, I'm pretty sure, jammed quite a bit.
I would imagine most drum magazines would jam more often than a regular magazine.
They're big, they're dumb, they're heavy.
Okay, yeah, they would also be heavier.
You gotta carry that stuff around with you, man.
Like probably like pretty front heavy. When you think about it, yeah. I never considered that aspect of it.
That's the thing is that you've got this one drum, but then you got to carry multiple drums of ammunition.
Yeah, that's true.
And this is a time where like the Americans, they had some magazine-fed stuff. Obviously, like the Tommy guns were mag-fed, so were the grease guns. But like their
standard rifle is a Garand.
Yeah, the Garand, however you say it.
I don't know, but it's got makes that cool sound when the clip comes out.
Right, because it's got an actual clip instead of a magazine.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And then the M1 carbine they were running was mag-fed at the time. Some of my guys have carbines, some have Garands.
Oh, all right.
As would be appropriate.
I mean, I don't know why I've always been obsessed with the Car 98. That guy's actually got
an
an AR,
weird in a
ironically.
bunch of different video games that it shows up.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just love the bolt action on it. It just feels very iconic when firing it. Like the Garen's cool, but like you could like bang bang. You could do all 5 and like it's semi-auto.
It's 8 shots.
Is it 8 shots?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's 8 shots for that.
Like semi-auto's cool, but nothing feels as good as that bolt action in a video game at least.
Yeah, well,
I've never
in
actually
real
fired
life
one
it's
in real
super
life.
cool. It just, I mean, like, I was selling firearms before.
Yeah.
Working at MiniWarGaming. So I'm not saying that sometimes I would get bored and just go into the gun hut instead of doing my job and just play with the bolt actions and other stuff, but I definitely would just go in and play with.
100%.
So there's some weird ones too. Yeah, actually, even my sniper rifle, I converted up a little Garand and put an offset scope on that instead of the
Is that
Springfield.
so the standard one would be a Springfield.
I think the standard one at the time would have been the Springfields,
Yeah.
the 1903s, but I'm pretty sure at this era they were, like later in the war, they were issuing Garands with scopes.
I think
that sounds cool.
I personally think it's wild that while fighting in the Second World War in the 30s and 40s, they're using guns that are like 40 plus years old sometimes, like at least like builds.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean, like, because when you get into it, the Car 98s, are based on the Mausers not the original pattern, but like the one it's based on was 1898.
Yeah.
And same with like
It's obviously been updated since then, I assume.
there's been
Yeah.
the major update, if memory serves correct, for a lot of them, was they made them shorter.
Okay.
Because a lot of it was, World War I, there was still full length rifles.
Yeah.
Which were huge. It's a lot more carbines than this.
Oh, okay.
Because they're managed.
So like they slightly adjust it, but it's almost as if like they design it and they're like, this is perfect. Like this
we
doesn't
don't
need to
do
change.
anything else.
Like I don't get it's crazy. I guess the concept was kind of more basic back then too. You don't have like crazy attachments on all your guns all over the place now, or
Yeah, well, I mean, in the philosophy of warfare at the time, if you look at it, that's why the Germans have a lot more. Because there was plenty of submachine guns, but it was a lot more of these big, long, full-size rifles that people
Right.
were using.
Let me tell you, my knowledge of guns is very limited, and as far as I know, you look back here, you have guy with rifle, maybe has a scope on it. Maybe he's got like, I play.
Because you get those weird FG-42s. I love those things. They're so weird.
This AR.
Yeah, I think you run it as an AR. Let me see.
Yeah, it's the guy that got
Yeah,
a scope on
this
it,
thing.
yeah.
These things were wild.
It's a cool gun, I guess. I don't know much about
They're
it.
super cool. It's one of those like dream guns. If I could ever own one, like that would be.
Are they
up
rare?
there.
I assume
They're hyper rare.
Okay, I assume they got to be super rare, right? Like, is it even legal to have one of those?
I don't know, under certain laws and all that. Even like, I would never deactivate one. Like, I would never be like, oh, I found one, I'm going to pay to have it deactivated. I just wouldn't buy it because I wouldn't do that to it. But
Right.
if I found one that was already deactivated for a decent price, sure.
Right. I was going to say, like, my knowledge of guns comes from video games and, like, playing more modern warfare type games like Warzone or, what's the other one? Rainbow Six Siege. Like, that's more like far-fetched. That's more like it's, there's a term for it I'm trying to think of, romanticized almost, like these guns. Yeah.
The way that firearms work in some of those, yeah, it's kind of weird. And you're never going to have a video game that's perfect, but that's why I play Tarkov, because it's a lot closer.
Right, it's a very realistic game. But like these guns in these games I play have like 82 attachments on them, right? And they do these crazy things. Like there's a guy in Siege, I think his name is Blackbeard, and he's got a cool, whatever it is, like it's a gun, but he's got a ballistic shield on his barrel. So he pokes around corners and fires.
That'd be so heavy. I'm sure that's based off of something real, but
like I think that is wild.
Okay, you might be entertained. Probably one of the most deadly firearms in Tarkov, and not actually, but like it's hilarious when you get killed by them, is the Mosin Nagants, the 9130s.
Is that
they still that's the Russian?
That's the old
action
Russian bolt action
from
weapon,
that
right?
was originally designed in 1891 and updated in 1930. Yeah, in Tarkov, they're amazing. It's such a big round. It fires.
Hey, if it works, why change it, right?
I know, and it's just so upsetting that you take a shot at somebody, 150, 200 yards away, you miss, and they just spin with this Mosin, pop, dead. I get so upset. It's only happened a couple dozen times.
Enough to remember.
Enough to remember. Yeah, so there's the firearm side of it's always cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think guns are cool and all that. I don't know much about them, but I just think it's crazy. Like I know like technology advanced slower back then, somewhat obviously, but like the fact that the guns they were using, because I feel like weapons now are constantly changing. Like, am I wrong, or is it just the video games that make me think that?
It kind of makes. Well, I mean, like you look at the 50 cals for the U.S. The Modus is still in service, and that's been around forever.
Is there like not a better 50 caliber rifle than that, or is that just?
Well, that's their heavy machine gun. I'm sure there's some other kind of newer
machine
variations, but it's nothing wrong with the Modus. So just so there's slightly newer versions of it, but it's essentially the same thing.
All right. All I know is every time I play a new modern game with guns, is like I've never heard of any of these guns. I don't know if it's maybe they don't have the rights to get the name.
I think sometimes they give you weird names for them.
All right, that's fair. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. There's always like minor, tiny little things, but like there haven't been any huge developments for a lot of that stuff in the last 50 years or more.
That's interesting.
No, more than that now, like 70 years. It's all.
There has been no revolutionary weapon.
There's a couple things,
Yeah.
but not that's been like widespread.
Like there's probably theories and like there's probably blueprints or ideas, but nothing mass produced.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
like the G11, if you look it up, that's a weird space gun.
Space gun. That's what I'm thinking. Like laser guns and space guns.
Yeah, honestly, if you
rail
look at it,
guns.
it looks like it should shoot lasers.
But it doesn't.
And it doesn't, unfortunately.
Okay.
But yeah, so the pretty much all your modern stuff that you're seeing, all the semi-automatic or select fire rifles, the ARs for lack of a better term, it's all based upon. The STG-44 was the granddaddy of all that stuff. I don't think you have any of them in your list, but you probably have some guys that have things that look like STG-44s.
The battery's about to die here in this ramble.
Tragic.
We're gonna have to cut it. I was gonna say before it cuts off, do you think solid projectile weapons or energy weapons are cooler?
Well, I mean, one exists and the other one doesn't.
In theory, hypothetically, human.
I don't know. Okay, so I have an idiot simple brain, so loud noise is cool.
Yes.
So like electric cars, super cool. Big gas guzzling cars that are loud, much cooler. So
I like loud sounds.
I will take loud noise over actual performance any day.
All right, so there you go, solid projectile. There's the answer, folks. Ramble over, battery about to die. Thanks for tuning in. Leave some feedback down below, and happy wargaming.